DMs open, big black priority. Do not apply if you're not a minority. Woke dev wants to make people mad. From an echo chamber calling other people sad. Every post another confessional. Man, how many times we need to teach you this lesson? That didn't happen, and if it did, it's not that bad. Version developer versus anti-woke, Chad, racist, political. Don't forget lazy. Elon derangement make people crazy. Desperate soul agenda injected. Matt want attention, get disinfected.
We should add pronouns to all our games,
says a loudmouth activist with no shame. Hate-filled cult bubble burst reality, self-inflicted woke fatality, no creativity, forced to remaster, can't shut your mouth, DEI disaster, LGBTQ plus avowed. What the fuck am I supposed to say but wow? All that dev time down the drain cause of one developer's butthole pain. Brace for post-election clarity. You may be cancer, but you're not a charity. Don't buy slop from people who hate you. Play Path of Exile, drink the Mountain Dew. Since Obsidian want a fight, let's watch the roach curry when we turn on the live. Hello, beta testers. Like, subscribe, and join over 110,000 amused by how poorly people can read the goddamn room. Loudmouth developer is going to be a PR nightmare for another unreleased game. Some entity named Matt is unironically threatening the game Avowed will be woker than you can possibly imagine. In response to Grums, who said, I'm going to reject games with pronouns in it, in response to Avowed having pronouns in it, Elon Musk responds, having pronouns in a fantasy video game is utterly unacceptable. To that, the developer for Avowed responds, sickos.jpg, probably referencing this image. They go on to say, I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I cannot believe it actually happened. This mattered to this guy. Just wait until you see the default, you said little shit. Probably meaning sad, but here we are. They go on to say, Avowed comes out February 18th next year. Give it a whirl if you ain't afeared of the woke mind virus. Well, we've had first cringe, but what about second cringe? Well, you better believe Matt delivered. After signaling how important pissing off the chuds is to them, they say, quote, oh, Elon, you sweet summer child. Grown niggas talking like this. This will only embolden me, you sad sack of shit. This is in response to Elon saying, it should not be acceptable for a company in the gaming industry to be racist and sexist against white guys, a comment that entity Matt clearly took offense to. But the straight white man hate typical of many of these woke developers runs a little deeper with Matt, and I'll read this comment to you. Reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice, my DMs are open, and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. That's right. Replace me. Replace. Matt, I developed for Avowed. Yeah, you get it. And then they say they want to go back to living in the woods. So listen, I don't know what you want me to contribute to this, because I've gone out of my way, probably more than anybody in this space, to show you the products these parasites have poisoned with their political injections. These entities are exactly where these woke-ass companies want them to be, and until you make enough civil noise or indicate by not spending, they're gonna stay exactly where they are. This is gonna blow out of control, and it'll be hilarious. Another nothing but net swish with the, I guess, the war that people are calling this. But in reality, it's just a bit of self-awareness to something people were, kindly tolerating for a long time, but are in fact just repulsed by. And to take something that most of us are apathetic towards and then turn it into something that it's just something that makes us want to spit and coil our fist, man, you guys are fucking monsters. But in true 1984 fashion, finding ways to unperson people to justify discrimination, segregation, and racism by another name is what monsters do. Employ that newspeak. You make genuine bigots correct by proving them right daily. Imagine waking up and deciding, I'm gonna give quartering content for the day. You fucking stupid. You make genuine bigots correct. as you serially other whomever disagrees, cisgender chud that you want to shadow box, as you make your chamber a little more echoey, you reinforce your exclusion because you're a fucking loser. Block people until the only other infants in your sandbox have equally filled diapers. If I may read this article posted saying, opinion, we must have compassion for those on the losing side of the presidential election. A pompous assertion made by people under the impression it was only ever going to go one way. Someone responds, I also firmly believe that we need to crush these people's spirits into blood and earth, not be nice to the amoral supporters of an aspirational gore-soaked dictator. To which Matt responds, they need to feel the sting of shame for the rest of their putrid lives, to be honest. And that is me being nice, okay? It's just like snaps and, and black girl neck fucking what with your finger in the air bullshit. Y'all talk like this because you've been in this chamber so long. You only understand what being a bitch is like. No disrespect. I do not hope anybody seeks out this person. Leave these online clowns alone and allow them to honk into the sunrise. And screenshots from your echo chamber, of course, have you asserting that the cult should put pronouns in everything. Something that if you were intelligent enough to listen, if only you'd listened, you'd see what you tier or class as your opposition agrees with you. Maybe there's something going on. The beta testers have pom-poms in hand and they're cheering for you to continue doing what you're doing, which is sabotage. And like a Kaizen curse, we can describe it to you and you'd still just stay the course because you're insane. That's what insanity is. More power to ya. Take a long, hard look at the games that I prophesy will turn the tide in gaming and show people once again that it's all about that service and being pleased. Not saying that great games didn't come out, I'm saying we need to shake off the Concords, Dustborn, Sushi Squads, Avowed, and Unknown Night Awakenings. You're not appealing. Beta tester, you witness Sony demonstrate brain damage with politically correct LGBTQ slop like Concord. You watch them force, like Larry Fink of BlackRock, their garbage Horizon brand with their hilariously unsexy and in fact downgraded with every iteration Nikocado Avocaloy. And America, the land of the free and the home of the plastic surgery, can Ozempic that unsightly fat the fuck away if you pay. And these days, you paying for garbage. Paying to be disrespected by people as out of touch as these wankers in these studios that are so self-centered, so narcissistic, so up their own ass that they are the Rachel Zeglers of their world, throwing everybody else under the bus in service of their narcissistic agenda. And it's not a new thing. It's been this way. But you wouldn't know it if you were only listening to shills and activists, the birds of a feather flying over the cuckoo's nest together. It was so troublingly transparent to me that I took issue enough to stand against a tidal wave of cuckolds firmly seated on DEI cocks and spinning like their dreidel narratives, accepting early access filling. Some of these losers really thought they were going to farm drama off of me, like I was going to stoop to cast the shekels at their feet that they were looking for. The fair weather act ma'am tier losers you've witnessed stay silent for years that will now be forced to finally actually cover the news and actually acknowledge the truth because they're forced to. That's going to be delicious. My message to you hopefully is clear. Don't buy from or fund people who hate you. And these people hate you so hard they're frothing at the mouth. My computer's fan stopped working yesterday and I set up an old computer just to be able to make this video because you matter. And a special thanks again to Adair Soto and Micah and all of you who are just so kind and gifting memberships last night. I told you over a year ago we needed a Bud Light level event to occur 4 times before Grand Theft Auto 6. And I believe that Concord is one, and we can lump the Election and Jaguar together for 2, so 2 more are necessary before I can truly say the kinds of things that you might find on an old Grand Theft Auto radio station, which naturally wouldn't be as edgy as something you would expect to find in GTA 6, since they've gone out of their way to edit out some of the controversial and mean things that got people filling up their diapers these days. And these are the same pussies who'd get their own studio shut down. Fuck me, man. The gaming space is about to get crowded with games we'll legit have to find time to squeeze in. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Infinity Nikki has over 30 million pre-registrations. Did you know that? Path of Exile deserves the hype I haven't seen in years, and I'm praying you big titty beta testers jump in to try it out in early access with me, and if not, just watch. Marvel Rivals will be a fun game that we can mess around in for free, and the imminent Game Awards will be entertainment unmatched, I'm sure. I feel overjoyed, and I say that, and I mean it, because the worst is behind you. You can laugh now. To the patrons, the sponsors, you keep the lights on, I thank you. Dynasty Warriors demo was so fun. I love how mindless I was able to be, and I plan to play exactly as smooth-brained in PoE 2. So leave your comments, tell me what you're looking forward to. I want in the future to feature some indie games with the only criteria being that they look fun and kind of direct people in that direction. So feel free to suggest that below as well. I love you, and we don't need to say that they won't divide us because we can show them. I'm sorry that half of you are so flat-chested. I'll work to change that. Love you. Stay out of trouble.